Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Allison if you're new here, and welcome back for a decluttering marathon video. Now, there's lots of cleaning marathon videos all over YouTube, but I know that you guys really enjoy my decluttering videos and how motivating they are to simplify your home. So today I'm trying out a bit of a different video. I have grabbed a bunch of my all-time best performing decluttering videos for you guys and compiled them all into one video. That way you can declutter along with me without having to go into YouTube and search for new video after new video. Instead, this video has over 2 hours of decluttering motivation pushed together for your enjoyment. So I hope this video is being turned on while you are decluttering along with me and needing some motivation, and I can't wait to see what we accomplish together. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Allison, and today we are going to declutter and purge and clean and refresh my bathroom. I have a lot of products that I'm no longer using that are probably expired. I have a dirty bathroom that probably needs a good wipe down. And I have new bath mats coming in that I'm excited about. The bathroom lighting is not ideal, so we're gonna try to do as much of it in my bedroom, which is like right next to it, as possible. That way, like, there's more space in here, there's better lighting in here, like just a better vibe. And also some of my bath products have like made their way into my closet, which is in here. So let me just show you a couple places where I keep random products. Here, 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 and here. There's so many things that are wrong with having that much stuff that I just am not gonna use. So I wanna bring it onto a pile, go through it all, sort it all, donate anything not used, and then just trash what's expired and I don't need anymore. And then reorganize the stuff, because like the medicine cabinets where I keep like most of my daily stuff, and like you saw from the medicine cabinet, like not functional. And I'm also pretty sure that I'm growing mold on an exfoliator mitt in the shower, and I have just been too lazy to get rid of it. Like, I don't know why I haven't done it. Yeah, that's nasty. Okay, my game plan is to take all of the towels in the bathroom and give them a good wash. So that'll be going on while I go around and gather all of the body care, skincare, beauty products that I wanna have. And once we take care of all of that, we'll move on to the next steps. So here's all of the products we need to go through and sort through, and it doesn't look like that much, but like that has like multiple layers to it. All of these are just like a bunch of little things. Those are all travel size. That bag's full of things. Like, not looking forward to this. I'm doing all of this and forgot to empty out the thing in the closet, so pause. So the project seemed manageable, and then I emptied out that last drawer, and it's a lot of stuff. I'm gonna try a different approach. I'm gonna go by like type of item. So moisturizers, sheet masks, body lotions, deodorants, like whatever it is. Okay, I'm finding things like this mask that was so trendy on Amazon, where you'd like peel off basically your entire face with it, and it's basically just glue. Not natural. Natural pack my butt. So we're saying goodbye to things like this that we didn't know about before we learned about skincare. Other things we're letting go of is Nair, where you would literally melt off any facial hair that you had. I'm gonna get this bucket to help me organize. This is actually just from underneath the sink. It's basically where I was hoarding a lot of things. Okay, we have our Tati bad bin. All of these products are leaving, and it's not that much, but you know what? Progress. So this is just garbage. I put garbage in here. I have some masks that I don't love the ingredients, so I'm gonna donate those. A mask that I don't love the ingredients, don't love the ingredients, don't wanna use this per se. This is unopened from a FabFitFun box. Don't love the rose in it. Already talked about this bad boy. That needs to go in the trash. These have been opened, this Nair stuff. The removing stuff that just melts your face off basically, and the balm going to the trash. These guys, I'm trying to use up the current deodorants I have because I don't want to waste them, but these Certain Dry are basically crazy strong deodorants that are just like full of aluminum, and I'm trying to stay away from that stuff. So I think I'm gonna let go of these. One of them I've opened and used, and one of them is brand new, so I'm going to throw away one and then donate the other if I can. This is a foot mask from a Fabric Fun Box. Purple hair dye, I'm not going to use that. This Zit Stick, I think the ingredients in it are good. It's 1% salicylic acid, but the problem that I have with it is a roller ball, so it's like gonna get the bacteria on there, so I'm gonna let that go. This guy is empty. This guy is really, really old and needs to be let go. These two minis are from, what are they called, Birch boxes. I haven't had a Birch box in like 2+ years, so these are probably very expired. So I'm gonna try to make a little Goodwill pile and donate some of the unopened products and then dump whatever else we're not going to be using. Okay, now that we have gone through all of the stuff that I want to throw away or donate, we are left with these much neater piles. This bin is full of just travel items. I have a stack of sheet masks that I use sparingly. I have these moisturizers. These are 3 face cleaners. The only one that I'm actively using now is this matte cleanse off oil. This is a cleanse off oil that the ingredients look okay-ish for, so I will switch that out when I run out of matte cleanse off oil. And then I have a face wash in the shower now, and this Tula one will replace that one when it goes bad. Basically little pimple patches, and then Biore nose strips. Bath salts, we don't have a bathtub, but hopefully in the future we will. These are all of my acne actives that I use for my face. These are my 3 current moisturizers and SPF that I'm using. These 2 are super, super old. So I think I'm going to move this guy into my office and be my hand cream in my office, and when I run out of him, finish up this tub because don't like putting it on my face, but probably fine for my hands. Backup deodorant, my self-tanning stuff, a lot of face masks, backup shower gels, body scrubs, hair treatments. Currently using this one and then gonna go down the line. This is my current all-time fave, but I'm still gonna use these 2 because they're pretty decent quality, I think. Fingers crossed it'll all fit back in the bathroom in the sink so I can free up this top drawer because that's where a bunch of stuff like the face masks were kept. So hopefully everything can just stay in the bathroom, and then that can be for clothes or just more free space in here, which would also be really nice. So the Goodwill bag, if I can donate to Goodwill, I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna find somewhere to be able to donate that to, or at least give it to some friends so I don't just waste product. But Goodwill bag is good to go. And I know I mentioned this with the little moisturizers that are like not good for my face anymore, but are probably still fine for my hands. That actually can apply with a lot of other products. So I recently went to Ulta and got the birthday gift, which is this full-size skin renewing microdermabrasion scrub from Bliss. And the ingredients don't look terrible. I just am not a big fan of using a physical exfoliator like a scrub with like gritty stuff in it. I'm trying to like turn more to a chemical exfoliator. It's a whole skincare thing I'm in the middle of. So I got this full-size product. Looks super, super nice. Smells really great, but I'm trying to stay away from these scrubs. You can still use this on your body. The stuff that's like meant to be for your face, like more indulgent ingredients that like you wouldn't probably pay as much for to have for your entire body because like your face is a lot smaller surface area, but these products can still be used on your body. So I'm gonna put this aside as a backup product for my body scrub when the current one in my shower runs out. That way I don't just like donate this product or like not get a use out of it just because I'm not using these scrubs on my face. Or for these moisturizers, probably not great for my skin. That bacteria would not be good, but my hands can handle it. Okay, I literally just packed up that blue bin, and then when I was putting away the little travel kit, because I put that away in a different closet because we have like luggage tags and like travel bags in another closet, that's where that goes. But I remembered that I owned these little 3-drawer things. I think they're from the Container Store. I ordered them 5 ever ago. I remember some beauty guru had these and I'm like, I have to have them because that's what makeup needs are. But I had 3 of them that I don't use right now because my makeup's in a different storage system. So I have these left over, and the problem with this bin is that it's so big under our sink that things have to be stacked on top of it. So getting inside of it is like a whole process. So I pulled out a bunch of the smaller things that I put inside that blue bin because the blue bin's basically my backup. So like my backup body lotions, my backup soaps, my backup face masks, whatever. So anything that's like a frequent like turnover item that I'm gonna pull out quickly, like my bar soaps now are in a drawer. That way when I have to go and replace it in like a month or 2, I don't have to pull everything out and like undo that whole thing. Or my little blemish patches, there's like 30 in a thing, and I honestly can go through that in 2 weeks. So another one in there. My face masks, backup face masks. This will be super easy and it'll look really pretty under the cabinet too. And I think it is time to start putting things back, but the one thing that I want to do before I put everything back is give it a good wipe down while it's empty. So, I just spotted something else. So these all were Bath & Body Works candles that I emptied out and filled with Lush bath bombs because I had a thing with Lush bath bombs. And like these little jars are great to reuse and they're easy to pop the candles out of and get the stickers off of. So these have held, like this had like a comforter bath bomb. You can see all the pink stuff in it. So they're pretty gnarly and need a good scrub. But I love to use these around the apartment for other storage places. And I just found 4 of them. So I think I need to clean these out also. And I don't know, probably not going to use them in the bathroom, but gonna use them for something. Found 2 more things in the bathroom to get rid of because this is honestly 10 years old and this possibly cannot be good, even though the moisturizer I'm sure is fine, or like it's a good moisturizer, it's just old. And I've never dry brushed. Wish I didn't buy this. The Target dollar spot convinced me to buy this and I've used it probably the day that I bought it and that's it. So these are also gonna be going goodbye. Okay, so this drawer was already really organized. These 2 are from Target. They were like $2 for a set of 4. I'm gonna keep the same organization. I put my like active spot treatments for acne in this guy, and then all my Peter Thomas Roth little mini masks in there. Shoved a big clay mask in the back, and that's that drawer. Looks pretty messy still, but we have our new drawer system in there. Over on this side, the bottom is the backup products. This is the white bin with the travel products. So a lot more organized now, a lot less products in there, even if it doesn't look like that. Not forgetting about this nasty fellow. Okay, so what we have left to do. Clean the candle holders that are empty and just like the Lush things. Clean the bathroom, just give it a good wipe down, and then wait for the bath mats to come in, and then give you the final review. So I just scrubbed out the 4 containers and they're really easy to clean because it was just soap or bath bombs in them before, so it just needs like a good like scrub and to get the residue out. But my trash can looks hilarious because it's got these candle lids and then all of the products that are in here crack me up. I remember that I have another candle in the freezer right now, and that's kind of the first step to prepping these like reusing your candle jars. So welcome to my freezer. I'm gonna show you how to do these candle jars really fast. So it's been in the freezer actually for a while because I honestly just forgot about it. But what you wanna do once the candle has been used up and can't be lit anymore is stick it in the freezer. And sometimes they're this easy, where it just kind of freezes and it just pops straight out. That's how easy they normally pop out. If you need to, you can grab a knife and just like stick it in it and twist it a little bit and it breaks the frozen wax and then it just pops right out. So that's step 1, super easy. Step 2 is to pick off carefully all of these stickers. If you need to use a little bit of lemon essential oil or Goo Gone to get rid of the residue, that's that. And then I'd give it a scrub in the sink and then you're gonna have whatever the jar is. Okay, and like 2 minutes later, we have a little jar. So the wonderful Amazon man has come. Here are the bath rugs. I hope they fit. We're gonna see. I couldn't tell if the measurements for them were including the tassels or not. I also hope Christian doesn't think they're too girly. So they weren't a perfect fit when I tried to put this one in front of the shower because like the way that this is just, it's just too tight to make that work. Christian's gonna probably be annoyed, but I really like these rugs. I love the tassels and like the little pattern on them. I'm either going to leave them spaced out like this, like one in front of the toilet, one in front of that, because I think that looks nice, or just move this over here and have it overlap and just deal with it. I'm gonna get his input on that one because honestly I would just leave it like this and then step out of the shower to right there. But here's the final look at the bathroom. It looks much nicer with having normal bath mats again. And then look at all that organization with the bath mat. Wow. So that is going to be a wrap on this bathroom declutter, purge, organize, clean, whatever you want to call this video. I hope you guys got some motivation. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope it was satisfying. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. There might be some other parts in corners of this apartment that need some purging that will be in a video pretty soon, hint hint, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Pallets on pallets on pallets. Little note to self, stop buying things you don't need because you feel bad when you have to throw them away. But we are not done with the decluttering yet. guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison if you are new here, and today we are decluttering some more things. That is the theme of this year in my YouTube channel. Basically, I love decluttering stuff, simplifying my life, and today we are simplifying my makeup collection. So hidden in this closet in my office, I actually have an entire desk from IKEA. There's the tabletop, a chair, some legs, and then the Alex 5 drawers, and this used to be my entire vanity setup. But I decided that when we moved to this house in California, we had a bigger bathroom, and I wanted to get ready in the bathroom. So I shoved the vanity in here, and Bucky wants to be part of this. But all of this, well, not all of it, most of this is makeup in the top 2 drawers. We have nail polish down here, hair products, just tons of stuff. And to be completely honest, I don't go in here ever. When I simplified my makeup collection and my hair products and put it underneath the sink in our bathroom, I'll share a video here where I did all of that. I haven't gone in here for more things. So I think it's finally time, after 3 or 4 months of never using this stuff, to go through and honestly purge most of it. I used to be way more into makeup, but recently it just hasn't been a thing that I've been reaching for, and I don't see myself getting super into it again or needing any of this stuff. And honestly, I kind of want to sell this IKEA desk because I love having some extra spending cash to put back into our home, and why would I just hold on to a bunch of stuff that I'm not using? One thing that I've learned from decluttering so much in my home, and spoiler alert, I've decluttered a lot in my house. I have a playlist here if you want to see all the decluttering videos I've done. But one thing I've learned is I never miss what I get rid of. There's never been one thing where I'm like, oh, I wish I kept that. I wish I didn't get rid of it. No. Everything that leaves the house is for the better, and I never think about it again. And I kind of am excited to free up a lot of this space in the closet because it's one more cluttered space in my home that I don't need to deal with anymore. So I also need to go into our master bedroom and go under our sink because that's where I keep all of my everyday makeup. So down here under my sink, I keep this little caddy, and honestly, this caddy's a little bit overfilled. I need to go through this also. But this caddy is where I keep all of my everyday makeup, and for the past 4 months, this is what I use. This is all I need, and it's honestly even more than what I need. I need to pare this down a bit, and I want to kind of refresh this. So maybe I'll keep 1 or 2 extra makeup palettes just to kind of rotate through, but I ultimately want to get rid of all the stuff that I'm not using. I'm tired of just wasting a ton of space. But before I start tearing apart this vanity and throwing away a bunch of old makeup, let's look at the before shots. So I'm gonna start with my everyday makeup and go through this and pull out what's not working for me, what is expired, what is empty, and then we'll have a fresh start in here to start filling up with anything I wanna keep from the bigger drawers. So far, this is my pass on and get rid of pile, this big strip down here. And these are just a few small things that I bought specifically, specific colors I love. I wore this on my wedding day. I love this single MAC eyeshadow. This is a great staple that I always reach for. This guy's great. And then 2 little mini highlighters. But everything else, palettes on palettes on palettes, tons of highlighters, tons of ColourPop shadows, liquid highlighters. None of those I am reaching for. So all of these are going to be passed on. And then most things over here are almost empty, if not completely empty. Yeah, I think this whole little cubby is also in the get rid of pile. Little note to self, stop buying things you don't need because you feel bad when you have to throw them away. Now some of these palettes are nicer brands, we have Urban Decay here. I have a Tarte palette here. And the main reason I have these palettes are because I bought them on sale. I remember this palette specifically, it was on sale at Nordstrom Rack, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to have this. And I just impulse purchased it. And you can tell exactly how much I've used it. Not at all. I feel terrible getting rid of this, but I fell into the trap of buying it on sale and thinking I would use it without really like thinking about the purchase or even realizing that I didn't need to buy more makeup. So another note to self, don't get trapped by the sales. Just because it's a good price or a good value does not mean you have to buy it. Okay, first drawer is completely empty and clean. That is such a great feeling to have. And from that first drawer alone, this is the pile of things we are passing on. And then over here, this is all I'm keeping. And some of these things came from my little makeup caddy. A nice perk of this project also is that I'll have tons of little dividers in my makeup drawers. So I'm gonna be freeing up tons of things that I can use elsewhere in the house. So this pile is everything staying in my makeup collection, and this is everything leaving my makeup collection. So I'm gonna thank this makeup for the joy it brought when I purchased it and when I was using it, but I'm going to say goodbye and put it away and out of my life and enjoy having a minimal, concise collection that is everything I need and eliminates a lot of the decision making in doing my makeup. So I do have quite a few makeup brushes, but I do really enjoy them, and I have pared down my collection a ton. This is not my first makeup declutter also. I got rid of a ton of stuff maybe a year ago. I'll share that video here if you want to see more. So I have these brushes. I have 2 blushes. This is my current setting powder. These are all of my highlighters. Down here I have my current bronzer that I'm still working through, and then this backup product, my current concealer, eyebrow pencil, 1 mascara, 1 eyebrow gel, and then my backup eyebrow pencil. These are all the lip products I'm keeping. 2 lipsticks, a lip gloss, and these little Burt's Bees lip shimmers. This is all of the eyeshadow I'm keeping, and this Naked Urban Decay palette is what I use on the daily if I'm feeling very simple, and it also has some darker colors, so if I want to be a little bit more extra, I can go that direction. This top section is more like my fancy makeup. Like, I don't wear eyelashes on the daily, so I just have a couple pairs, and then this stuff is more of my face makeup for when I'm like being fancy. Like, I don't wear foundation on the regular. I've worn it I think twice in my life, so this is kind of just like a special occasion kind of thing, and that is everything that I'm holding on to. Now I'm going to put all of my everyday products into this little bin, and I like filling the little 3 divided pockets with these little filler beads. I used to keep all of my makeup brushes in here, but since I don't have that many, we can pour this guy into this cubby and use it. The reason I do that is because these are pretty deep drawers, so if I put my concealer in there with nothing, it like sinks to the bottom and it's harder to grab out, whereas if I have a little filler, it sits on the top closer. So I'm gonna fill this guy up, organize it, and things are flying everywhere. One other thing I use in my little caddy are these little squishy containers. I have these all over my house. They are from Target. They are $2 for a pack of 4 of these little squares. They have different shapes too. They have long rectangles. I use those to organize in my desk. They also have a wider version. I love these so much from Target. So affordable, so cheap, and so versatile. So this will be linked down below in the description bar, along with this. This guy's from Amazon if you want to shop whatever I'm using. of the fancy makeup, like the foundation and the eyelashes, fit in this little container from IKEA. It is like $1.90 maybe, very cheap, very inexpensive, great find from IKEA, but that's all gonna live in there. I'm probably gonna find a home for that under our bathroom sink. So this is good. And then the makeup caddy is also done. I managed to fit most of my like backup products and other options. Like I have this blush and this blush, but I'm only using this one right now, so I didn't want to have both of them out, and they didn't really fit both out. So I managed to slide all of that stuff underneath here, and these little cubbies fit right over there, so all of my like quick reach products are easy to get to. So these two are good to go, but we are not done with the decluttering yet. So I'm gonna leave this pile here because you may notice there's 3 more drawers here, and I need to get rid of some nail polish. I need to cut down on some of my hair products. I just never reach for this stuff. I never come in here for these things, and they either need to make their way into the bathroom so I actually use them if I like them, or they need to make their way out of the house because I feel pretty good about paring this thing down enough to be able to sell it. Nail polish has now been consolidated and organized very carefully. These little acrylic bins used to hold some makeup. They're from Target. I'll have these linked down below too. This is kind of like a my favorite organization thing project. But they have the acrylic cubes and then the acrylic rectangles. And since these fit here so perfectly, I kept these 9 colors. I have my base coat and my top coat up here. And then I will also find a spot for this underneath my bathroom with all of the other makeup. The last 2 drawers were all hair products, like this thing that I bought for my wedding. I ended up not wearing this one. I wore a different one, an old hairbrush, this curling wand that I never wear anymore, some little hair samples, a mirror. All of that got thrown into this pile, and this pile over here are things that I'm keeping and that are moving to the bathroom. I do need to declutter the top of this a bit. The majority of it is jewelry, some perfumes. Actually, both of these are way too old. Those need to go into this pile. And then a couple little decor pieces that I got recently and some candles. So I'm gonna clean this space up a bit. I'm probably gonna keep the majority of the jewelry, and then I think this will be nice and tidy. Okay, with all of this stuff under my sink, and then even more embarrassing under Christian's side of the sink, you can tell probably that I take over most of the bathroom. I definitely need to do a bathroom organization. That video will probably come in the next couple of weeks, maybe next month, but that needs some attention badly. Today, we are still celebrating the win of decluttering all of this stuff. I cannot believe I have all of this stuff. Honestly, I didn't even realize I had most of this because it was just sitting in a drawer that I never opened. So I'm gonna package this stuff up. I think most of it is going to be trash. Some things like the curling wand might be donate, but the most important part is that all of it will be leaving the house today. So this is normally the point in the video where I show you the before and after, but the before looks like this. And the after is just nothing. It is just empty drawers, which is probably the most successful decluttering video after. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a like and make sure you are subscribed for more like this from me. I have lots of videos planned for the future, organizing, decluttering, simplifying my life. That bathroom is on the back of my mind right now. I have a couple projects that are up in the air, like happening right now, that will come out before that video, but that video will be coming because it needs to happen. So I'm gonna take some of my stuff to Goodwill, throw out all the stuff that I can't donate, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Allison if you are new here, and today we are finally tackling a project I have been procrastinating for literally months. It's been on my YouTube video list because it needs to get done in my house and I want to film it for you guys, but I keep bumping it every single month that passes. I'm like, oh, next month. Like, no, it is time to tackle this closet situation. And please don't judge me, it's gotten a little bit bad. So in our master closet today, I am going to completely declutter this closet. Well, not really my husband's side, but declutter my side, organize and fold all these clothes that's just sitting in a pile right here. This hamper is full of clean clothes, so my dirty clothes pile is right next to it. There's stuff everywhere, and the biggest problem I have, well, it doesn't look like that. I have a lot of hangers right here, but when everything that I own is like hung up and folded normally, I do not have enough hangers right now. Instead of going to buy more hangers, I kind of know it just means it's time to clear out this closet. I'm gonna have a couple bags of clothes to donate or sell or something, just get out of this space and finally tackle the chaos. Also, we haven't been on top of our laundry game at all, so both of our laundry hampers are full of clean laundry to fold. So I need to do that today too. And clean the space, reorganize it. It's just sloppy in there and it's really chaotic and I can't find my clothes. Probably because my most worn items are all laying right here and in here. So let's start with, I don't even know where to start. Where do we start with this space? Let's do this. So I've learned that my husband's style of going through and decluttering clothes means picking a very random day, probably when a dresser drawer is just too full, pulling out a handful of random items and then throwing them to the bottom of the closet. So we already have a half full bag of donations just from that stuff, and then some trash stuff, like things that you don't want to donate, like old socks and stuff. I'm not going to send those to Goodwill. The floor is already looking way better. I'm going to go through the two hampers that are, remember, full of clean clothes and put this stuff away, hang this up. That way the dirty clothes end up in the hampers and we can start decluttering the things hanging in the closet. I'm not terribly worried about decluttering anything inside of the hampers because it's like stuff we've recently worn, and I'm more so thinking about getting rid of stuff we haven't touched in a while. So that's going to be what's up here. Maybe I should declutter first then? No, I need to hang stuff up. Oh, and I have that pile in the corner. Okay, we're going to be here for a while, I think. Not so surprisingly, there was actually tons and tons of dirty clothes. That's why we actually still have hangers left over, because there's so many clothes that needed to be washed. So those are downstairs being washed right now. And I think it's time to start working through all of this. So much stuff. And down in here in these drawers too. So let's get working. So I always like to just completely empty out the closet. So this is my entire half of the closet, at least everything that hangs. And I've got just general piles like tank tops, t-shirts, long sleeves, sweaters, dresses, skirts, and pants. I think that's everything. And I'm just gonna go start from piles, start working through them. If I'm gonna get rid of it, it will go in the donate bin. And if I'm gonna keep it, I'll leave the hanger on it and then just keep it in the pile. I am hoping to have lots and lots and lots of hangers left over. Like what's my goal? I wanna get rid of like 20 pieces, 20 hangers, maybe 15. 15 might be more realistic. So 15 is the goal, 20 is the stretch. Three hangers from the tank top pile. I could do more. Like I really could. Like, in my mind, I want to wear this to Disneyland, but I'm pretty sure that when we go to Disneyland, I'm not going to reach for this. Do I need this? No. I've worn this once. I've had it for years. So 4 tank tops are gone now. We can definitely do 20. Next pile. Okay, today is definitely a good decluttering day. I'm not even through the long sleeve shirts, and we already have all of these hangers. We're definitely hitting the goal of 20, and a lot of things coming out of this pile specifically are things that my last declutter, I told myself if I haven't worn them by the time I go through the next declutter, then it's time to get rid of them. So like maybe every 6 months or so, I do go through my closet and do this whole clean out process. And since the last closet clean out, I haven't worn them. So they are gone, and I like feel good about it. Like, you know when you feel like you can just let go of anything in your closet and you don't feel bad about it? Or anything in your life, really. Like, there are times where decluttering is really hard for me and I don't want to give up any of my clothes. And then there are days like today where I'm like, live a better life outside of my closet. Okay, just from the shirts alone, 15. And I think we're gonna need another bag. Okay, we are moving to the last pile, which is mostly sweaters and pullover sweaters, I believe. But pause right now, go down to the comments, and let me know how many hangers do you think we're gonna end up with today. I really don't think I'm gonna be able to get rid of any of these because I love all of them. Yeah, no. These are, well, this one I don't wear. I just did rapid fire through all those clothes. It took me no more than 5 minutes once I pulled them all out. I think it's a lot easier to look at all the clothes once they're laying on the bed. Sorry, I'm just holding the giant bags of donations we now have to get rid of. I'm not gonna lie though, those will probably sit in the trunk of my car for 2 months until my husband yells at me saying that I'm gonna go to Goodwill and drop those off. But it's time to put everything back in the closet and see how many hangers we have left. not feel that different in this space. Well, one, my laundry hamper is still downstairs with the laundry. That'll come up eventually. But to me, this feels like my clothes can like breathe. They used to be like so cramped on each other, and like now they have room. Like it's not like clothes like that, you know what I mean? Like they're spaced out. I can actually see everything I have. Like, you know when you have too many clothes and things get just like shoved in the back and you're like, oh, what is this dress that I haven't seen in 6 years? That's what definitely was happening with my last closet clean out. And it had only been 6 months since I did my last one. Words. I am like jumbled today. Refresh. I'm very jumbled today. My brain is jumbled. This is kind of all I was capable of getting done today. I am gonna go edit this video though. But before I go, here is everything leaving. These are actually just our bath towels. I'm gonna go do some laundry with that. And these are a pair of jeans that don't fit Christian that need to be returned. Bucky's old blanket, some trash. We also have 2 bags of donations. And guys, I called it. Exactly 20 hangers. I'm actually gonna put all of these back right now. Can I do this one-handed? I don't think I'll have this many once I actually hang up the rest of my laundry, but it feels good to know that I probably now have enough hangers. Oh my gosh, I messed this up so bad. Okay, that's a lot better. But now I have enough hangers that when my laundry is done in like an hour or so, I can actually hang it up. I was planning on going through this little drawer, but honestly, it's pretty pared down. I mean, it's a little bit stuffed. If anything, I've got like needs for bigger storage in here, but I think it'll be fine. I kind of don't feel like making any more decisions today. And that's kind of all decluttering is, making decisions, like holding an item up and deciding yes or no, and doing that over and over and over kind of gets a little bit exhausting. Let me know down in the comments if you can relate to me on that. And also let me know if you guessed right on the hangers. I am very proud of myself. I knew I needed to film this video, but I honestly wasn't sure I'd get rid of as many items as I did. But I'm so glad it's clean in here now. There's not like the suitcase up there that got pulled out of here. The floors are now clean, not the random pile of old socks Christian was trying to get rid of. And thankfully, we finally have all of our laundry, or at least the clean stuff, folded and put away. I should do some laundry for Christian soon. But overall, I'm very pleased with this short little project. It just goes to show that you don't need to spend hours and hours and hours to make a huge change. Setting up a solid system like I have in here is a great place to start, and then it's easy to maintain. Like this whole process took maybe an hour and a half, and that's only because I was filming a ton of it. And of course, we can't have any decluttering videos without Bucky coming in to hang out. Did you get rid of anything today, Bucky? No? Nothing? You didn't declutter any of your toys. Maybe that could be a whole dog video. Decluttering my dog's toys. No, I'm just kidding. You can keep all your toys, at least the ones you don't tear apart. But that'll be a wrap for me and Bucky today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it motivating, and I hope you are decluttering your closet soon too, because you probably need to. I know that I definitely needed to today. But I will see you all next time. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison if you are new here, and today we are decluttering, organizing, and cleaning. I also have a little sneak peek of some fall goodies that I picked up from Grove. Not a full haul, but I did start buying a little bit of stuff. Yes, it's early, but I'm just really excited. But before we get down to the fun fall stuff, I am refreshing this office space. So we have had family in and out of our house the entire summer, which has been such a blessing to have everybody be able to travel out to see us and to visit us and spend time and find out about the news of our upcoming baby, which is so exciting to also know about. That's why there are these giant baby balloons up in the office. This is actually going to become the nursery, most likely. So we told all of our friends and family the good news by giving them a house tour and then letting them know that this office would become a nursery. And then they saw the balloons and our ultrasound photos, and it was a whole thing. But upstairs is a little bit chaotic because we had tons of people in and out of the house. Cleaning was not a priority, and things just kind of got a little bit crazy. We also have tons of baby stuff coming in. I haven't personally bought anything for the baby yet, but we have future grandparents who are very excited about this baby and going crazy. So here I am grabbing a basket from the storage closet, and I'm going to start just making a pile of all the baby items. Not super organized, just trying to contain it and make the office functional again. I'm also doing my best to kind of hide what the baby clothes are because it will reveal the gender to you guys. I'm sure we're gonna tell you soon enough, but it is kind of fun just keeping some things to ourselves and enjoying it with just the family. But basically all I'm doing up here is cleaning, tidying, and then I am gonna go tackle the closet. The closet in here has turned into like kind of a junk space, kind of like the whole room has. But I'm gonna empty out and declutter the space. We're gonna have donations that are leaving, just tons of awesome work happening in this room, and it feels so nice whenever I walk in here now because it just feels clean. I bought Christian these jeans, and here I'm on my phone checking if we are still within the return window, and I think we were outside of the return window, but thankfully Old Navy came in clutch and still took these back, but that's why I'm sitting on my phone right here trying to find the email from maybe 2 months ago when I bought these originally. This half of the closet doesn't look too bad, but there are just piles of junk or just things that don't belong here. It's definitely when I'm kind of speed cleaning or like I was getting the house ready for company or just trying to keep it clean while everybody was here. This is kind of the closet where I could just toss things when they belonged somewhere else, but I did not have the energy to go and put things away. But today is the day that I am doing that. I'm also gonna just completely empty this out and kind of reorganize it. A lot of the things in this closet are gonna stay in this closet. Like all of this bedding right here is the bedding we use for camping. And that giant white thing I pulled out earlier is the mattress we use for camping and we store it up here. So I am gonna keep all of that up in there and put it back. I just wanted to make it a little bit neater and kind of maybe just rethink the organization because there was so much junk in here. Now here are all of my Cricut accessories and my Cricut Joy Box, basically everything that Cricut gifted me with a couple videos back. This is not sponsored, but I am excited to start playing with my Cricut more. I haven't done too much with it besides the guest bathroom shampoo and conditioner bottles in the shower, just because I've been so busy with family and feeling so sick from this pregnancy, but I'm really excited to start playing with this more. But the whole point of me talking about this is I am gonna end up moving all these Cricut supplies into the desk in the office. But we're also going to be turning the space into a nursery soon. So we're going to have to make some compromises on having either a full guest bedroom or having the office or the desk. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do because like I said earlier, this room is going to become the nursery and I definitely don't want a work desk in there. So we're trying to think of some new storage solutions for like office supplies, my arts and crafts stuff and whatnot. And I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna have to start that whole process upstairs of potentially moving rooms around, combining the office and the guest bedroom, like that kind of stuff. I think I wanna start that whole process by redoing the storage closet. It's our infamous like junks closet that is absolutely huge and massive, and I've redone it so many times on this channel, and I think it's finally time to go to Costco and invest in some matching bins, like those big plastic tubs, and also getting some extra storage racks to put in there because it's kind of chaotic in there. You might have seen it at the beginning of the video. So I think before any other room makeovers are coming on this channel, because yes, I miss sharing all of those with you guys, I think I'm gonna have to do a storage room makeover. So let me know if you guys would be excited about seeing that. There'll be tons of decluttering, organizing, and it'll be a makeover because the room I think will turn out to look so much nicer because I think the goal is to get everything off the floor. I wanna put enough like storage racks, like the kinds that you would see in a garage up in that space, and then have a bin for everything. A bin for extra office supplies, a bin for my arts and crafts supplies, like my Cricut and stuff, on top of the stuff we already have organized in there from like Halloween and Christmas decor and whatnot. So I think that will be the next big project we tackle, just so we can free up space in the office and the guest bedroom right now, so we can like finally transform it into the nursery or whatnot. So I hope you followed that train of thought. I still am not quite sure what I'm doing with all of these spaces. I keep flip-flopping of which room upstairs will be the guest bedroom versus the nursery or whatnot, but it'll be exciting. Room makeovers will definitely be coming back to this channel, so if you love those, stick around because those will be coming soon. Basically, Every room upstairs except the master bedroom is gonna be remade, and even the master bedroom will have some major changes as we make it like a baby-friendly room, because we're gonna be having our baby in the room with us the first couple months of its life, up to a year maybe. Not quite sure how all of that works, first time parenting problems, but that room's probably gonna change. We'll probably have a bassinet in there, a diaper changing station, oh my gosh, all the baby things. But basically, our entire upstairs will be changing with this baby, and all of the rooms I will be sharing and making videos on, of course. So if you're not subscribed already, make sure you are subscribed and have the notification bell turned on. My uploads have been a little bit spotty during the first trimester, but now that I'm in the second trimester, my energy is back, I'm excited about filming again, and I'm actually up to doing it. So videos are revving back up, and I can't wait to share everything happening in our home. These balloons have now been hanging up in our house for almost 3 months, I think, and I just don't have the heart to take them down. Do you guys have any ideas of what I can do with these balloons when it's finally time to take them down? I want to save them, but I'm pretty sure like I can't reinflate them later on if we ever have any more babies, but who knows? I have a hard time like letting go of that because that was like the start of this whole journey. Moving on to day 2 of this clean with me, declutter with me, organize with me. I'm downstairs now and desperately need to clean the kitchen as usual. So dishes, a full dishwasher that needs to be emptied. And then for some reason, we've been keeping all these snacks out on the counter, so I need to take care of those. I did already clean out the fridge and like reorganize this a little bit. There was a funky smell, and so like this morning I had to go through and find what the smell was. Fun fact, we had some soupy cucumbers in that bottom drawer. But we're gonna clean up in here. Nothing really to declutter. I could probably do a little in the pantry. Not that great in there, but I'm not too set on that. I need to declutter in the laundry room because basically everything from the office that I'm getting rid of, I just dumped in here. So that needs to be taken care of. Oh, I wanted to show you one more thing that I did yesterday. I was going to film this and then I couldn't wait, and then like I wasn't ready to film and it was a whole thing. Christian and I registered for these little meal prep containers thinking that Christian would use them for work way more. And he hasn't used them, but I finally used them after our 2 years of marriage to make little snack boxes like they have at Starbucks. I also got this little egg cooker and it can make 7 hard-boiled eggs at once. I used to do it in my Instant Pot, but I think this will just be a lot easier. So I did hard-boiled eggs with the blueberries, and then we had some chips and fruit. So good, so yummy. Definitely gonna make this as like a weekly little snack box because the Starbucks snack box for this is like $5, and I'm sure it was way less in groceries to just make it myself and to have on hand at home. And I feel good that I'm finally using these containers that we've had forever. Bucky also wanted to be in the video to come say hi. Do you have anything to say to the people? He's got nothing to say. I think that means we start cleaning now. If you see me here looking pretty grossed out and rinsing my hands, I don't know what went wrong in our dishwasher, but I think like, I have no idea what went wrong. Basically, there was dish detergent all over our silverware, like it leaked out slowly and was just gross. So I basically just left all of our silverware in the dishwasher, which was totally fine because we had plenty left over. And I also was about to run the dishwasher this day. So it worked out fine. Just a little bit strange. Christian used to have problems with this dishwasher that just came with our rental house. And I was always confused as to like how you could not use a dishwasher properly. Like you just close it all the way and you press start. It's a very simple machine. But now I'm starting to have problems with it. And now Christian's kind of like rubbing it in. And he's like, oh, you don't know how to use a dishwasher either. So that's been something interesting happening in our kitchen. I don't know if that's very interesting, but our dishwasher has been on the fritz. You also might spot my sister-in-law passing through here in a second. She was staying with us for a week and she is a runner, so she was coming back from her runs. It was really awesome having her here, and she's kind of like the end cap of everybody coming to visit us this summer. First we had Christian's parents out for a weekend, and then my parents, my brother, and my brother's fiance were here for a weekend. Leah came here for a week, and now things are finally settling down a little bit, which is kind of nice, but it's also been nice to have family in and out of the house, so like it's a give and take thing. Christian and I are happy to be back into our routine for right now, but also it was kind of fun having things happen every single week. But moving on to keep cleaning in the kitchen, this little George Foreman used to be Christian's parents, and they just offered it to us for free, like they were getting rid of it and we're gonna sell it, and I asked for it, and I love to use this to cook all of our burgers inside, so Christian might grill sometimes, but I also love to just do them on this. Something about it just makes a great burger, but my least favorite part is cleaning it because it's nasty and you can't like get the whole thing wet. So normally I like try to like scrub it or whatnot, but it takes a bunch of paper towels which I don't love to use and waste. So if you have any cleaning tips for like this kind of grill or even like a waffle iron, I do the same thing with the waffle iron. I never know how to clean it the right way because I don't have like the removable plates that pop in the dishwasher. So let me know what you guys do to clean these kinds of appliances, or if we should just kind of ditch these and just switch to ones that just go in the dishwasher. With my sister-in-law in town, I wanted to make sure that she had plenty of snacks. So we went to Trader Joe's and had just loaded up on all of the snacks. So you could see our pantry was basically stuffed to the brim, and then our counter was also full. So we were kind of just living with them out and about for a couple of days, but then I remembered I just love a clean counter, like just it being empty except for the things that like I intend to leave out. Like the knife block doesn't need to be put away, but putting away these snacks just made the counter seem so much neater and more organized, and did not take very long. I love being able to hide messes behind cabinets just like our pantry does. Also, I might be going back on my words a little bit because there is one room makeover that I'm itching to do before we start the whole project upstairs, because honestly, the room makeover upstairs, like the storage closet, won't be super fun and exciting. Like it needs to be done and it'll be super functional, but it's not a space we're in every single day, so I'm a little bit hesitant to like do that next. What I really want to do is the front entryway of our home, back where the dining room is and our front door, is just an empty blank wall. Like there's no table there. I want to put a mirror there. So a really fun space to DIY and decorate would be that. And I want to move some of the things on our kitchen counter over there. Like we have that big wooden charging block that charges all of our devices and phones and headphones and Kindles and all of our gadgets, which is super functional and great for our family, but it's kind of ugly sitting out in the kitchen and wastes kitchen counter space. And I think I could probably hide it somewhere over in the entryway. So I might do that space soon. Let me know down below which one would be more motivating for you to see, a storage room makeover or a DIY entryway makeover. Okay, it's actually a couple hours later. I was cleaning the kitchen. It was perfectly clean, but then I picked up Christian from an eye doctor appointment. We made lunch. Food is sitting out now, so I'm actually gonna leave this out for a little while longer because some other people might be grazing on this, but I'm gonna go focus on cleaning the rest of the house
because this part's a little sloppy, a little messy, and could use some work. But do not be fooled by these videos. By the time I'm done cleaning, and like by the time you finish watching this video, the majority of the spaces that I have cleaned in it have already gotten messy again. Like my kitchen, already messy again. It just happens. But enough rambling. Let's clean up out here so at least this gets reset, because it just feels good to like reset the room at least once a day, maybe. Maybe that's just me, but like if the kitchen's clean once a day, that's a win in my book. If the like living room and the dining area is clean in one day, that's a win in my books. Okay, if you guys can get past the dirty dishes in the sink, because I'm just not doing those right now, I do want to give you a little sneak peek of fall. I'm not in the mood for fall quite yet, but I did get a fall Grove order, so I got all of the acorn spice scent. I got apple cider, and I have like a pumpkin one, spiced pumpkin maybe, upstairs. But this acorn spice hand soap is calling my name. And today we ran out of hand soap, so I think I might start fall just a little bit. I'll do a full fall Grove haul. That's kind of a mouthful. Oh, Bucky likes it. What does Dash smell like? Do you like the smell of that? It's fall. That's what it smells like. But I'll do a full fall clean with me, decorate with me. All of those videos are coming soon. I'm so excited for fall. I've been like waiting for this, but I think it just makes sense. Like, it's empty. Let's refill it with a little bit of fall, so nothing too crazy, but let's do this. I haven't even smelled the acorn spice. Oh, that's a winner. Hold on. Let me smell the apple cider while we're at it. I never smelled the apple cider one. I'm just gonna spray it. That smells good too, but the acorn spice is 100% the winning scent. I like this scent a whole lot more. And it's like the perfect fall candle, but in the soap scent. So I'm glad I put that up. And the dish soap, the hand soap, and the surface spray. Oh, I'm so ready for fall. I'm a big summer fan, but something about like COVID and the pandemic and everything going on, like fall, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it to be here yesterday. So let me know down below if you're like me and itching for fall, or you're trying to hold on to summer for as long as possible. It also probably doesn't hurt that we are in California and fall here probably will be really mild. So here I'm gonna just make sure I get every drop of fall soap out of this bottle, just let it sit upside down for a while. Honestly, I normally leave these overnight, but I did want to clean up the kitchen a little bit more and just finish this part of the video for you guys. I think it makes it super satisfying to see it sit up there next to the dish soap. I didn't mean to buy blue dish soap, but I did accidentally once, so now we're just working with this, so ignore the blue. But I want to thank you guys for watching. That's a wrap on this video, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back for this storage room makeover, declutter, and organization. This is a big video. It took me 3 days to film it and I'm so happy with how it turned out. Of course, it didn't go exactly how I planned, but that's okay. That's kind of how these organization projects go. I just go with the flow, do my best, and still have a great after shot. So now here is some of the before shots of this closet. It's basically just a giant storage room we have upstairs. In here we keep all of our holiday decor, extra home decor, books, office supplies. My husband's military gear was all in here. That's gonna be relocated in a little bit. I'll talk about that in a second. But first, I need to just start tidying up this space. I bought from Target some new organizers and a new storage rack and some new fall decor. So I had to clean that up before I started taking everything out of the main closet because there was a lot of stuff. Like you could not walk into this closet anymore. There is just, it's overflowing. It was desperately in need of some good TLC and that's exactly what this video is. So if you are ready for a 3-day ultimate declutter and organize with me makeover, stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed and like this video. Let's dig in. The first thing I'm doing is just emptying out everything that's cluttering up the floor. You'll see that I do some organization while actually still in that closet. Like I don't take everything out just to be able to organize it, but because I couldn't even walk into this closet, I definitely needed to make some room, clear some space, and just pull things out. And I am making some rough piles out in the landing zone where this door leads to. So I'm making some piles of random home decor, I'm making a haphazard donation pile, and you'll see me go run and grab a trash bag here pretty quick because we're gonna start going through my husband's military stuff. And I don't know what it is about boys, like he is a very clean and organized man, and he does keep all of his military stuff mostly in this bin upstairs, so like that's all I can really ask for, but this bin itself is nasty. It's full of trash and papers, and I'm pretty sure a bottle of Purell has spilled all over everything. So it's a little bit slimy, really nasty, and just a ton of unused stuff that's just taking up space. So here I'm gonna just go through this, make some piles. If there was anything that I was not sure about, I either just kept it to be safe or put it in a pile for my husband to look through later. Christian doesn't make any appearances in this video, but he does, like when he came home from work, like go through a bunch of piles for me to narrow down what he doesn't care to keep in the room anymore. So he does help with decluttering even when he's not on camera. But right here, it was some nasty work. I was not having fun doing this process, but I'm so glad I did because I was able to clear up so much extra space in this bin because there was just so much trash in it to start with. Now this little pile next to the bin is everything going back inside of it, so here I am just stacking everything back in there, making it a little bit neater, but not too concerned because you could tell from before there was no organization in here to begin with. So I'm just gonna throw everything in here and then also start trying to fit in some extra gear that's just laying around in the closet. I'm gonna talk about this in a little bit, but my goal is to narrow it down to have everything be in a bin rather than have everything just like out or in random boxes on the floor. And ultimately, I'm actually gonna have Christian move this down to the garage. I think it'll be more functional to keep down there, especially since some of this stuff is relatively heavy and probably not fun for him to go up and down the stairs for all the time. So I think 2 bins will fit just fine and dandy down in the garage, and it'll give me a little more wiggle room in this closet because I think the biggest problem with this closet is that things end up on the floor way too much. moving on to day 2 of this project. I went through this nasty bin of some of Christian's military stuff, and my goal was to fit all of the gear, including this bag, these really heavy plates, bag of boots, that whole stuff, in just one more bin. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm gonna try, but the goal is to get this downstairs out of this closet. We're also gonna be selling this to move this out of here. Bucky came here for the update. We have a bag of trash. This is gonna be where I'm doing donations, and I'm just pulling things out. We'll be donating a lot and then selling some things like this table and lamp. I'm gonna try to list to make a couple more bucks. Sorry about my appearance. It's been a hot work day. I did yard work and walked the dog and all kinds of things outside, but I'm really excited about the progress that's happening. It's a little bit chaotic. It's definitely in the like it gets worse before it gets better phase right now, but I'm excited to start clearing this out even more because once I've gone through all my junk, I'm going to build this 5-tier metal shelving unit that I got at a Target pickup. And then I also picked up 4 new bins. I was going to make them all matching, but it was going to be like dumb expensive to do that. So we're going to have some mismatching bins. Maybe over time I will buy more of these or something, but that'll work for now. I think I'm going to pull out my Cricut too and make matching labels for them. So that'll be really cute. But I'm kind of at a standstill because even if I wasn't 18 weeks pregnant right now, I don't think moving this downstairs by myself is a good idea. Same with the military bins. That's going to be super heavy to move, but I think I can pull all of it out at least and make a pile for Christian somewhere here as like his move downstairs pile for me. So we're going to keep clearing this out, keep moving and grooving, keep making progress. The main thing that spurred me to start this project wasn't necessarily it just being super crowded in the closet and things being on the floor. It was actually this pile of stuff right here. I had a giant pile of random home decor, sentimental items, holiday decor, books, and it was all just on the floor because I have bins for all of these to go, but you can see that I've got luggage and Christmas bins and all kinds of stuff blocking the bins. So this closet was just no longer functional. So that's why I wanted to get everything off the ground. Like I want to put in the new storage rack so the Christmas bins can have their own slot and stay there, and all of these bins to the left on the screen are still accessible because even though I had the organization in place, it wasn't accessible, if that makes sense. So the goal of this entire video was to be able to just put things away in here quickly. That way things don't pile up on the floor like they were going to. Because that whole pile of home decor stuff, I had places for it to go. I just physically couldn't reach it because all of the luggage and the bins right behind me. So we are fixing that in this video. And now I am moving on to a very difficult project for me to declutter. I've been avoiding this since I've been decluttering. I love books. I'm a big reader. Actually, I used to be an even bigger reader in like high school and middle school, and with the moves in college and all of that, reading's been put on the back burner, but I love to read so much. In my parents' house in Florida, I have a giant bookcase that is filled with books still. I've only brought a couple of favorites on all of these crazy moves across the country with me. One day I will recover all of them, but I have a really hard time getting rid of books, and I think Christian's the same way too, so I just never go through them or declutter them. And today I was going through with the mindset of, would I ever reread this book? And I was being pretty brutal for me when I struggle with this a lot. So I had a pile for books that were going to be sentimental. I had a pile for Christian to go through because I wasn't going to declutter something of his, like I said earlier. And then I was being really ruthless with my pile of books because all of them would be donated to Goodwill or the local library, where they would get a lot more use than just sitting in this dusty closet upstairs, and we'll have a lot more space in this room. So this was like a bit of an overwhelming project. I had to take some breaks during this because books are just a very hard thing for me to declutter. So let me know down below in the comments, like, what is your hard thing to declutter? I know some people struggle with going through and letting go of clothes. Maybe you're like me and books are the hardest thing, or sentimental items. Let me know down below, what's your biggest struggle with decluttering? At this point, I finally cleared out the closet enough to be able to assemble the storage rack in here. I wanted to do it inside of the room because I wasn't sure if it was taller than the door or not, so I wanted to keep this as easy as possible, and I think building it in the room it's going to stay in is the easiest option. Now this thing is really sturdy. It has 5 different shelves. I'm only going to use 4 of them though, but each shelf is able to hold up to 350 pounds. So if we ever need to like expand this storage system out into the garage, I definitely know what I'll be getting from Target. I looked at some options from Costco, and I think this option from Target was like the most cost-effective option, especially for what I needed. Costco sells like specialty ones that hold their like black and yellow bins specifically, but I knew that I didn't want to have to buy all of those for upstairs because those are really big bins and I needed just kind of medium-sized bins. So this rack was the perfect solution along with the storage bins, and I'll have everything that I use in this video linked down below if you guys want to try anything that I showed today. The shelf height is completely adjustable, so I made sure to double and triple measure how high each shelf was gonna go so that these big bins with all of our Christmas decor would definitely fit perfectly. And I'm so glad I did, because if I did not measure them, I would have probably just used all 5 shelves and then none of these bins would have fit. So always measure twice and then do it once, even though this is a pretty user-friendly product. I know because I've made this mistake before building a similar shelf, and it was pretty simple to just kind of rework it. Moving over to these built-in shelves in this room, I'm gonna start taking down some boxes. We hold on to a lot of product boxes, mostly because we move a lot, but also just in case we ever wanna sell something. Like when we bought my husband's PlayStation 4 like 2 years ago, we bought it thinking like, oh, we might sell this one day, and we did sell it, and we feel like we can get a little bit extra money when it comes with the box and everything else. So for anything we might potentially sell in the future, we hold on to, and for our favorite kitchen gadgets, I keep those boxes for moving purposes. But I am gonna start reorganizing all of these bins. Here was my spring decor bin that I previously had. There was no lid on the box and it was overflowing, so I'm using one of my new Target bins to transfer everything over into. And I'm also going to be doing the same with all of the fall decor that I'm going to keep. There are some other uses for these bins that I have in mind, and there are a couple other like categories of bins that I wanted to create. For example, I didn't have a bin for just sentimental items, so I have like the straps to my wedding dress for some reason. The dress itself is in Florida, but I have the straps here, or I have a bunch of mementos from college, or Christian does too, so I wanted to create a bin for all of those. And here you can see, just to make the fall bins and the spring bins match, I'm putting all the fall decor in a matching bin. Kind of no rhyme or reason to this, I just want the bins to like coordinate and look nice, and then you'll see later on that we're actually gonna go and label these. I'm gonna do a quick declutter of my organization bin because it was full and I had a couple extra organization things that I wanted to squeeze in here. So I'm kind of trying to control myself a little bit that if I wanna keep anything else in these bins, something else is going to have to be decluttered. But here I am just going through with all of the leftover bins, trying to see what will fit. Here I'm making up like our sentimental bins, so we have some books, some paperwork, and other things that need to fit in a bin. And while I'm doing this, I'm also cleaning up this landing zone because you can see that the inside of the closet is looking nice, but everywhere else upstairs is kind of a disaster. Day 3 of the project. I'm in the closet right now and I don't want to finish this project. I don't feel too good today. Just pregnancy things. Thus my appearances. You're gonna see me in my pajamas basically, but I need to get this done. In an Instagram poll yesterday, I asked if I should just order 4 more of these white bins so that all of them will match. And you guys are my people and you all voted like, yes, you obviously have to do that. But I ordered it from 2 different Targets. Both Targets canceled the pickup orders. So Target does not want me to do that. So maybe another day I will have all beautiful matching bins in here, but today will not be that day. But this is the day that we are finishing this project and it looks super chaotic out here. It's really not that bad, but I need to put the luggage away. These are the books we are keeping. I don't need this. This stuff is all donations and trash. Our ironing board will go back in there too. And then I have arts and crafts in this bin. The Bucky, don't lick your paw. The printer, that's gonna go back in there, and just a couple miscellaneous things. I mostly just need to tidy up and then actually get things downstairs or like into the car for donations, because like this whole pile is donations. Now the only thing is that I don't really feel up to doing all of that, so I think what I'm gonna be doing is putting a lot of it over in the office. The office is right there. So I think I'm gonna drag all the donations, because like it's all those books, it's really heavy, and to carry it downstairs is just something I'm not able to do today. So I'm gonna put all of the donations and stuff in the next room. Christian will take care of that for me eventually, fingers crossed. But I need to clean this space up. I need to finish this room and get this video done for you guys. And I need to quit rambling because now I'm procrastinating. So let's wrap this project up. I'm actually going to adjust the luggage in a little bit just to get more of it off the ground, because like I said, that's the big goal of this project, is to not have things on the ground. But the other day, Christian, when he came home from work, helped me declutter all of the books that he didn't want, and now we are left with just this small pile. So I'm going to start making little categories. I like to organize my book kind of by genre, and then no rhyme or reason within the shelf. So I've kind of 3 big categories of books that I'm going to be organizing today and putting back on the bookshelves. And then once I'm done with this project, I think you'll see what I'm going to be doing with the suitcases. That, or I'm going to be putting the printer back in the office. One of those 2 things is going to be happening once I get all of these books on the shelf. We very rarely use the big suitcases, so I'm just gonna throw them on top of this thing. And also, if we're using the big suitcases, it's probably meaning that we're going somewhere together, so we'll need both of them anyway. And before you go to the comments and let me know I can stack suitcases inside of each other, I know it is just easiest for us to do it this way. We use our little suitcases really often, and the other ones don't fit inside of each other. But with most things back where they're gonna be in that storage closet, I'm just gonna clean up the landing zone, kind of organize the piles that I'm gonna leave it for Christian to take downstairs for me. me. Like here, I'm putting all of the books that are being donated in one bin together, and you can kind of catch a glimpse of how much stuff I have crammed into the office. There's trash in there, there's things that are waiting to be sold on Facebook Marketplace, all kinds of things are back there, and now I'm gonna be adding the piles of donations. And Christian hopefully will take care of this soon, because the room that is the office right now, that room that I'm going into, is actually gonna become our baby's nursery. So we need to have that room cleared out for when I start decorating in there. So also, let me know if you're excited for that room makeover to come out. I'm kind of like getting designer's block on what I want to do in there exactly. I'm kind of torn. I have a couple options and ideas, but nothing really finite yet. So we'll see how that room comes together. But one major project that needed to happen before the nursery gets decorated was this storage closet, because there's all kinds of things in the office closet that I know need to come back into the storage closet, but I just couldn't even think about walking into the storage closet, let alone organizing it, until I spent like a solid 3 days apparently to do it all. But with all of that done and the landing zone clean, I'm gonna pull out my Cricut Joy and actually print out some labels. Now this process was extremely tedious and a little bit frustrating. I'm very much still a beginner with my Cricut projects, and doing such small little labels took a lot of effort and resulted in me chipping the majority of my nails. But I do think it was worth it, because these little labels that I ended up using on all of these bins are just so cute and so adorable, and just make the room look so much more organized and aesthetic. So here I am just applying them to the Christmas bins, and then I'm gonna go over to the built-in shelves and apply them there too. Now it's finally time for the big reveal once I finally get this last little label on this arts and crafts bin. And I hope you guys remember what we started off with this storage room looking like. No room to walk, super messy, super cluttered, and then we're finally gonna see a huge change from this before and the after. I hope you guys enjoyed this satisfying declutter makeover project. Let me know down below if you guys enjoyed it by giving this video a like and leaving a comment. It really helps the YouTube algorithm and tells me you love videos like this. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to an entire house declutter with me. I'm gonna talk to the camera in a little bit about what motivated me to start doing this video, but basically I'm going through the entire house decluttering tons and tons of little spaces. So I'm starting downstairs in our living room. We have this IKEA entertainment stand that I painted white in our living room makeover and really loved how it turned out. We really thought we were gonna switch out this piece of furniture for an electric fireplace, and we still might, but I actually love how this looks in this space so much, and it's such an affordable piece of furniture, but it also comes with a ton of storage, which means lots of places for me to just stuff trash and junk. So here I'm pulling out a bunch of random things. Some things are going in the trash, some things are being donated, and some things are gonna just find a new home in our house. I won't show me putting everything away, but this big box from Target is where I'm gonna be storing all of the donations. And just like that, we're already moving on to the next declutter spot. This video is gonna be fast-paced, covering a lot of small projects. So I hope if you are looking for some motivation to declutter your home, this video does it for you. I wanted to make this video before I started decorating for fall and welcoming the new winter season in our household, because I could just tell there were some spaces that were starting to get a little bit cluttered, a little bit messy, and it's always easier to stay on top of these messes when they're small messes. So even though it's not gonna be a ton of crazy transformations in this video, I think it's gonna be super satisfying because overall, there was still so much stuff to declutter from the entire house. So I hope you guys have a snack or a drink, or you're up and decluttering or cleaning with me during this video, because we are gonna be covering a lot of ground in this video. Lots of things are gonna be donated, and I can't wait to show you the before and after shots of all of these spaces. Moving into our laundry room, I actually am gonna be leaving behind like the basic cleaning things. So you can see that I have clothes that need to be folded, hanging up. I'm kind of ignoring like the basic cleaning chores today, and my focus was just on decluttering. If you're looking for some cleaning motivation though, make sure you are subscribed to my channel and have the notification bells turned on. Friday's video is going to be a complete clean and decorate with me for fall. So I'm gonna be doing laundry, cleaning the house, wiping down surfaces, vacuuming, all of the really satisfying cleaning stuff. So if you're looking for that kind of motivation, stay tuned. It's coming later this week. I just knew that if I got distracted by all the cleaning that I needed to do, I would not get all the decluttering done. And that was the focus of today's video. Leaving behind some of like the bigger messes and like basic dishes and stuff, and really focusing on just decluttering and organizing our home. So I have been working my way through a long list I have of places I want to declutter, and it's not going to be the most satisfying declutter videos because it's not like one extremely disorganized space. It's a ton of spaces throughout the entire house, which is why it's an entire house declutter with me. But I hit up a couple hot spots in here, like these drawers always gather junk, the coffee table, Bucky's toy box. And it doesn't look like much because a lot of the stuff was honestly just trash and like not worth it to donate it. But here's our donation bin so far. And if you guys remember upstairs in the office, I have all of the donations piled up from when I cleared out the storage closet. I'll link that video here if you want like a super satisfying, like start to finish makeover project for like a storage closet. But the idea today is I want to kind of clear out all of the junk from our house. Like there's lots of little areas that have little bits of junk that I like put off because it's not one big obvious area like the storage closet was. So today is all about like literally the entire house getting decluttered. Like we just did the family room, we went into the laundry room back there. We're gonna move into the kitchen next, but like every area of the house is gonna have a declutter. And I wanna do this to get ready for fall. I have some fall decor coming in from Target, so get ready for a fall clean and decorate with me. And just getting the house ready for the new season. I'm excited about like keeping the house fresh and clean, and these little mini declutters stop the house from getting super overwhelming. This also isn't like a traditional clean with me, so yes, our kitchen is dirty and I'm not gonna bother with cleaning it in this video. We'll get to that eventually, but today I'm gonna focus on decluttering. I know I wanna go into drawers like this one. I also wanna go through our coffee cup drawer because we don't use all of these. The junk drawer and a couple other little hot spots. And like even in the pantry, there's just stuff stuffed in the back that I never reach for that just needs to be decluttered. Some of it'll be donated in the box, some of it'll be thrown out, but all of it I'm sharing with you guys. So excuse a messy kitchen and let's start going through all of my junk in here.
Down on the bottom shelf of the pantry is kind of like the abyss. Once something gets pushed back here, it kind of stays back there, especially since I am so pregnant now. Like, bending forward is definitely a challenge. Like, after I filmed this clip, I had to take a little bit of a break because I was so tired from bending forward so many times. But we have all of these little like vodka waters or something from Costco that neither Christian and I ended up liking, but for some reason we just held on to them and then just stuffed them in the back of the pantry. So now the pantry was like overstuffed. So today I was pulling all of those out. I'm gonna offer them to some friends, and if not, honestly, we're probably just gonna toss them because I don't really know where to donate drinks like that. But clearing that out felt really good. And then also just going through these kitchen drawers. We go into these drawers pretty frequently, and there's just always stuff in there that we never use. So I am tired of having to like push past things like the reusable plastic bags that I never reach for to get to everything else that I do really use. Also here, I have a bunch of knives, and we really like the knives that have like the little black sheath on them, but any of our other knives we kind of don't want to keep anymore because these are so much nicer. So just getting rid of things that we don't use anymore and letting go and creating space. Things like that really free up our kitchen and make it a lot easier and more functional to use.
If you can pick apart what's dirty dishes, like this is a dirty dish, ignore that. Everything else on the counter is things we are decluttering or throwing away. They're just things that are taking up space, and like our junk drawer, all of this taking up space. Some things I am gonna be keeping and just moving upstairs. Like I'm gonna move these essential oils upstairs, but some things will be donated. Actually, a lot of this stuff, like the glasses and Tupperwares and stuff, I love the idea, like especially the reusable plastic bags. I just never reach for them. So I don't know what to do about that besides just get rid of it, because it's just cluttering my home. So I don't need it in my home anymore. I'm gonna thank it for when it served me and then pass it on to somebody else. But now I think it's time to tidy this up a bit because it's getting a little bit unruly in the kitchen. I almost completely forgot about this, but this is like a fancy Amazon Alexa. Like it has like a screen on it and whatnot, but it's actually been the creepiest thing because it started glitching and like talking to like nobody in the middle of the night. My sister-in-law was here and she said that she heard it talking in the middle of the night and it freaked her out, and it's been glitching so much. So we're gonna pass this on to somebody else who's not gonna be terrified of what their Amazon Alexa is talking to themselves about. So that's going in the box. I also have a couple other Amazon Alexas around the house that I'm probably gonna be donating today. I just am a little creeped out by how much she talks to herself in glitches, and Christian gets annoyed when I try to use her to control the light, so we enjoyed our Alexas for a period of time, but somebody else is gonna like them more. I think it's also time I said goodbye to my propagation plant. It's been collecting flies in the water, which is pretty gross. It's summertime here and we have a lot of flies coming around, so I'm gonna also clean this out and get rid of that.
done with decluttering downstairs. Now I'm moving upstairs, and if you guys have 2 stories in your house, I'm sure you feel the struggle of the pile of stuff that's always by the bottom of the stairs. So here I'm gonna be doing basically my workout of the day and running up and down these stairs a bunch of times to bring all of this upstairs. I'll show it to you in a little bit and sort it upstairs, but I always think it's so satisfying to watch this pile get cleaned up. Moving upstairs is quite a bit messier than downstairs was. This was everything stacked by the stairs. I have already sorted through most of these piles. I'm keeping everything here. It just needs to be put away. But before I go and put all of that back where it goes in the storage closet, our bedroom, our bathroom, whatever, I want to go and finish in the office. So Christian is out right now running some errands, but he's going to be home soon to help me finally move all of this downstairs. A lot of this came out of the storage closet right here that I did a makeover on. We'll be going in here to organize in a little bit, so if you missed that video, just wait a second. But Christian's going to come help me move all of this because I am very pregnant and not able to move this stuff. But up here in the closet in the office, I have a box full of all of my jewelry and a bunch of little decor, sentimental pieces, picture frames, random things that don't need to stay up here. So I now have a place in that storage closet to put all of this stuff. So we're gonna clear this out, sort through it. I'm gonna declutter my jewelry collection. I have a new jewelry organization system that I'll show you guys in a second. And then I'm also gonna be doing some decluttering in the bedroom too. Now that I moved everything from the office closet to this giant pile, I'm gonna sort through and make different piles for things going into our bathroom, our bedroom, or different bins within the storage closet. I'm gonna show you the storage closet pretty soon when I have to put things away, but this is definitely why I needed to do the storage closet before I started working on all of the other projects for the end of the year. I've already mentioned it a couple times, but we're decorating for fall in my next video, but I also have to do a nursery makeover because the office is going to turn into our baby's nursery, and there's just tons of junk in different spaces in our house, and getting the storage closet sorted and organized and ready to hold all that random junk is what really was holding me back from doing future room makeovers. So if you guys followed me and found me from all my room makeovers, we have tons more coming. I'm going to be doing an entryway makeover, an office makeover, well, not the office makeover, the nursery makeover, and a couple other ones throughout the year. I'm so excited to be tackling these projects, but definitely the first step was getting this closet in order and getting this organized because it was hard to think with how much junk was in every other room in our house. Moving on to going through all of my jewelry. I had all of this stored up in the office closet, which basically meant that I never wore any of this jewelry because it was just not accessible to me. I find that I get ready in the bathroom and our master bedroom, and if nothing's very easily accessible there, I'm not gonna be using it to get ready. So my perfume's there, my makeup's there, my hair tools are there, the closet's right next door, and anything beyond that, I'm just not gonna be picking clothes from there or any accessories from there. So I really wanted to be moving my jewelry into the bedroom to finally make use of that. And in that bathroom, I didn't have room to bring the big stacking drawers. I wanted something a little bit more streamlined and easier to reach everything. So I ended up picking up from Amazon a jewelry tier, or a jewelry stand. I showed putting it together in my last video, and I'll link it down below if you're interested. But it basically just provides a place to hang my necklaces, my earrings, and then has 2 little cubbies on the bottom to hold my perfume and rings. So we're about to start moving everything onto the jewelry stand, but first step was definitely going through all my jewelry, decluttering and sorting through it. And jewelry is very hard to get rid of for me. I find that a lot of pieces are sentimental because most of them were gifts to me. So letting go of jewelry pieces is very hard, and I ended up keeping a lot of pieces and just storing them in a sentimental bin that we keep inside of the closet. I grabbed a little jewelry bag. I'm pretty sure like an anthropology necklace or something came in this, and I'm glad I kept it because this is the perfect way to store and transport all this jewelry that I'm gonna be taking to Goodwill. And now finally, Christian came home to help me clear out the office. It's not gonna be perfectly cleared out in here, but like all of the big heavy stuff that I can't manage on my own will definitely be leaving in this video. I was helping him too with some of the lighter stuff and the not so heavy stuff, but he was definitely doing the bulk of this project because one, it's mostly his stuff, and two, I definitely not trust myself to carry that down the stairs. So we were bringing all of this down to the garage, and then I'm gonna be bringing everything that's being donated into my trunk to take to Goodwill, and then everything from that big box that we found throughout the entire house declutter, that's also finding its way downstairs and into my car to be leaving the house. That's sometimes the hardest part of decluttering, is actually getting it to exit the house, but thankfully we'll be getting that done soon, and this house feels like it can breathe again, and it's ready for fall time.
Oh gosh, there are a lot of these. I've never seen him wear any of these hats, but like I said, not my job to declutter his stuff. Now that is kind of extremely disgusting. Here comes Bucky, you gonna help out? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison if you're new here, and today I am sharing another round of decluttering. Recently on my channel, I've been going through a lot of spaces that I've already decluttered, maybe even a couple times, but definitely at least a second or third time, and just making more passes at making their stuff more simplified. I've done our bathroom upstairs, I've done our kitchen, even the, what's it called? My closet. How can I forget that one? That was like my favorite declutter I've ever done. I feel like doing the closet declutter has like unlocked a new level of decluttering skills in me. And no, I'm not trying to like get rid of all of our stuff and live super minimally. I'm just trying to simplify our home and make it more functional and just have less stuff to be responsible for. So today's decluttering is happening in the hall closet right here. We keep all of our jackets, sneakers, shoes, outerwear stuff in that closet. I also have a sneaky room makeover that went up recently of this front entryway where I put a big storage piece of furniture there, and it's completely empty because I plan on moving some stuff out of other furniture pieces that we're gonna sell. And who knows what else we'll find to declutter or just organize and simplify. I have not pre-cleaned my house at all. Let me actually show you guys around. I did not do any pre-cleaning or tidying. This is kind of just the natural state of our house on a typical morning. So we will be cleaning up and tidying a little bit, but the main focus is happening with emptying out the coffee table. This is what I really want to clear out. Maybe these drawers again. This closet, which is very, very full. You can see our shoe storage down there is not working anymore. And coming out here, we have all of these drawers that we can use for storage, these cabinets. We'll see how far I can get without Christian being here. He's currently golfing. So when he comes back, I'll like pass through all of the stuff that I pulled out for him and be like, can we let go of this? Please say yes. But we're also limited because I am relatively pregnant. I don't know if you can see that belly popping out, but I get tired a lot quicker now. So we're gonna get started while I still have this energy, while I'm motivated, and while I still can stand without back pain. So let's get started where I think the coat closet will be the easiest way to start. I'm gonna work from the top down in here. So we have these bins. These are all from Target, and I love these little rectangular bins. And we just have outerwear, beanies. This is pretty simplified, and gloves. So I'm gonna leave that bin. I think this bin should be scarves, which once again, I only have 2 scarves in here, or 3 scarves, and Christian has 1 scarf. They're just big and bulky, so that's also gonna stay the same. A broken hanger can go in the trash, and then our baseball caps. Oh gosh, there are a lot of these. I'm starting a little pile over here of things for him to look at. I don't expect him to let go of all 4 of these hats, but I don't think, or 5, but I think there's gonna be like 3 of them at least that he'll let go of. Gonna let him look through there. I've never seen him wear any of these hats, but like I said, not my job to declutter his stuff. Maybe just my job to nudge him in the right direction maybe. I used to dog sit a friend's dog very often, so we kept a bonus crate stored away in here, but I have not dog sat that dog in months. So I think we're still gonna hold on to this because we will be having him for like a couple weeks during the holiday season, but it can go out to the garage and not live in a very high traffic closet. Now that is kind of extremely disgusting. So much dog hair and dirt, but like I never pull this thing out. And I kind of want to limit all of our shoes to be shoes that fit on here. We'll see if we can accomplish that. We still keep shoes upstairs in our closet, but this is like our grab and go sneaker area. So we'll see if we can pare this down enough so it's easier to vacuum up all the hair left from this fur monster. Yeah, it's your fault our house is so hairy, but it's okay. Ideally, I would like to get these bottom sandals off the ground so I can just vacuum underneath this, but we do have a couple too many pairs of shoes here. I don't know, I can't pare this down anymore. Maybe Christian can let go a pair of these, but even then, that only frees up one spot. Maybe our Crocs can find a different home, but I like having all the shoes right here. So who knows, at least they're all here and like put away now. That's definitely a lot better than what it was before, and I can at least get into the little corners and crevices. And I was able to pull out 2 pairs of shoes of mine that are just too old and worn and don't offer any foot support. And then these guys are gonna move upstairs. They're kind of like our beach shower shoes. We don't reach for these very often, but probably still good to keep on hand upstairs in our actual closet. And over here is the pile of jackets and stuff for Christian to look through. I only have one jacket that I'm getting rid of, but I don't have nearly as many hoodies as my husband does. He loves his hoodies, so I won't be surprised if a lot of these end up back in the closet, which is totally fine because we have made a lot more room in there. So it's not the final product because we'll probably add a little bit more and shuffle things around a little bit later this afternoon, but very good progress to start this decluttering day. One lesson I've had to learn kind of the hard way during this pregnancy is to figure out how to declutter and clean and organize without making a huge mess. A lot of the older decluttering videos on my channel, I loved the method of just pull everything out of the same category and spread it out over an entire room, and then you're kind of stuck finishing the project because like, who's gonna live with all of that stuff? Well, I have learned that if I try to do that now when I get tired really easily or fatigued just from pregnancy or like life gets in the way and something pops up, that we end up living with that huge mess, and that mess is way more overwhelming than when it was just stuffed behind some cabinet doors. So now I've been trying to clean as I go decluttering, not make a big mess while I do it, and try to just like pick up after each little section, because like Allison a year ago, or like even 6 months ago before I was pregnant, would have just left everything laying out, like my giant piles of trash, and just waited till I finished the entire day of decluttering. But right now, I'm tired. I'm gonna sit down for 20 minutes probably, drink some water, and have a snack before I move on to the next project. And like, it would have just been very overwhelming and not motivating to keep going if I still had tons and tons of junk just sitting around. Oh, I'm out of breath talking. I'm gonna take a breather and then pick up the decluttering in a second. I think I'm gonna start with the coffee table and emptying that out over into the sideboard.
the main reason I want to clear out this coffee table is we're actually selling it. We have it listed, oh, here comes Bucky, you're gonna help out. We have it listed on Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp, mostly because it's just too big for this space. I loved it in the living room makeover and it's been fun, but it's time to sell it, let somebody else enjoy it. And I have a smaller and round coffee table, which I think will also be baby friendly because sharp corners, hard edges, and these sticking out pretty far, not ideal for babies. So the idea with that IKEA entryway table was it will replace all of the storage because this coffee table has crazy amounts of storage. All of this was in there and like, you can't even see all of it. Ugh. All of this was squeezed in here and it wasn't even halfway full, so somebody else is gonna love this for all the storage, but we don't need, one, we don't need all of this stuff, and two, a smaller coffee table will suit us just fine. Now we didn't declutter it too much. Honestly, we love our board games and use most of them. And then my biggest weakness are puzzles. So these are all of our like board and card games plus catchphrase. And then this whole stack are my puzzles, which I love to do and redo. So I'm gonna keep holding on to these. Thank you, Bucky. Now this cabinet, can you guys even see into it? Yeah, you guys can see that. This cabinet already has a basket in it. Once the upstairs office kind of got turned into the nursery, I stopped working in there, but I turned this little basket into like a mini office setup, basically any office supplies I could regularly use. But I like this because I've actually been working at the dining table, which is right here. So this fitting in here, oh, that fits beautifully. Maybe I leave this cabinet then for this. And then all the games and puzzles goes in the farther cabinet. Let's try that.
That looks way better, and you can see it a little bit through the cane that we DIY'd here. Like you can see some of the Jenga blocks right there, but it's really not that noticeable. And now I have all my puzzles and games in this cabinet. Do you approve? Is it all good? What do you think? So welcome to our kitchen. We keep this little wooden charging dock that normally has this on top of it, but it has a bunch of cables. You can stick AirPods right there. There's a spot to charge a watch, but I kind of hate having it out on our kitchen counter. It just adds more clutter out here as it's sitting right next to all of our dirty dishes. So I wanna see if I can maneuver this into that top drawer. I think there's a way that I can stick the plug for it out the back of the cabinet, plug it in, and then we can leave our cell phones and all of those things that charge hidden away in that drawer. I'm very happy with how all this organization turned out because it's so simple. Like only one thing in this cabinet, all of our puzzles and board games fit in this cabinet, and then hidden away are now all of our charging stations. Another hot spot in our house is the top of the bar cart. It is very cute and very aesthetic, but I am probably actually going to be selling this sometime soon. I think in the grand scheme of our new living room, it makes the most sense for the Christmas tree to go in this corner. So I was planning to just get rid of that for the Christmas season, store it away and bring it back down. But we actually had some friends over with kids and they kind of made a comment like, yeah, the bar cart's probably not the smartest idea for little kids. It's glass, it has wheels, the like glass pieces actually kind of like suction and lift out of here. We've got breakables. all kinds of little things that are not really child-friendly there. And I'm also trying to figure out a spot to fit a full-length mirror down on the first floor. And in the living room, there's just not a good spot for one. So I think that might be the solution. I've loved the bar cart, but it does just collect a bunch of junk for us. So using this little nook and cranny to either house our Christmas tree during the Christmas season, or just having a simple like giant mirror right here on the first floor, I think would really eliminate this clutter zone. So I think replacing it with something that I can't just stack clutter on, like a mirror or a Christmas tree, makes a lot more sense in this corner, but let me know what you think. I will kind of miss it though. I kind of love it. I'm so torn. I know it'll be more child-friendly, especially when kids are crawling, because there's not a way to like secure this. And it definitely wobbles a lot, even with Bucky. Oh, and another Bucky factor. A major factor for all new furniture in the house is if a tennis ball can roll underneath it and get stuck, because then we have to retrieve it for Bucky. Sadly, our new IKEA table collects lots of tennis balls, so if we got rid of this one, it's one less piece of furniture. Like, I'm pretty sure there's probably a tennis ball underneath it right now. Let me know if you spot one. Like, why is our car registration on this table? Almost threw that away. Okay, completely unrelated, but I just ate lunch and had these as a little dessert from Trader Joe's. The dark chocolate covered honey grams with sea salt. These are dangerously delicious, but definitely recommend them for sure from Trader Joe's. Next time you're there, go hunting for them. You won't be upset. But I had lunch with Christian because he was home from golf. He is back out again, and he found 3 hats we can part with. And then he also picked out 2 jackets we can part with. I kind of figured he wouldn't be okay with getting rid of the entire stack that I got. So I'm gonna package this stuff up and then put it out for Goodwill, even with our 2 video games and our little bandanas. Feel a lot better about that. Things now look so much better in this closet. Even though we put a couple of the jackets back in there, it still is so spacious. I'm also really glad we got the coffee table completely cleared out. We filled up the new table. Well, we didn't fill it up, but we put stuff in the new table from IKEA. But the coffee table is like ready to go. Once we get a message about somebody willing to pay basically anything for it, we're gonna go get rid of that. That's everything we're gonna declutter today. Not very long, not very much effort, but still 2 huge bags going off to Goodwill, leaving my house and making it a simpler space. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Still work in progress over here, but what can I say? We love our coffee and our tea. How many of these do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I keep these? Look at all my counter space. And here is everything we are donating. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back for another entire house declutter with me. I have had the decluttering bug so bad recently. I'm pretty sure it's mostly nesting. Baby girl is gonna be here before we know it, and I just feel the urge to get rid of everything in our house that we are not using, not needing, and just continuing to simplify our home. Today's video is a little bit inspired because I have a growing pile of donations to take to Goodwill, and I don't know about you guys, I hate actually going to the donation center. That's like almost the hardest part of the decluttering. Like gathering stuff, putting it in a box or a bag is a little bit easier for me, but like getting it into the car and then actually making the time to go to Goodwill is the hard part. So we have a pile growing in the garage and we're trying to go this weekend. So I want to make one more pass through a bunch of hotspots in our house to make sure I don't like leave anything behind and then have like that pile just perpetually growing. If we're gonna go this weekend, I want to get everything out that I can right now. So I am prepared today. I've got 2 Trader Joe's bags. Normally I like to do like an Amazon box, but surprisingly
surprisingly, we don't have any of those in our garage right now.
Also, if you missed my last video, you might not know that we actually sold the coffee table in this room. We don't have plans to replace it quite yet, but I have a coffee table picked out to replace it. It's a smaller circular coffee table that I think will still leave the room feeling pretty large. But for now, no coffee table, so I guess this is kind of cluttered right now, but I don't really want to mess with this. But an area that is a little bit rough is our laundry room. There isn't really much in here to begin with. Some stuff up there that I never reach for. Some hangers because I hang my workout clothes to dry up here. A very nasty sink. I want to clean that up, declutter that. Under this cabinet, could probably use a little bit of work. And on the other side of the room, we have a separate closet that I probably could organize a little bit better. First thing I'm tackling in here though is just going to sort through these cabinets. It's honestly not that bad, it's just a bit messy in here, so I'm gonna start decluttering, pulling out my Trader Joe's bags, and making progress in here. I wasn't sure I'd be pulling trash out of my cabinets, but lo and behold, the majority of things coming out of there were just trash. So I did grab a garbage bag in addition to my Trader Joe's donation bag, and we're making good progress. Bucky's a little upset because I refilled his treat jar without giving him one, but you'll be fine. And now this cabinet is pulled back together and I feel so much better. I love it when this cabinet is really simplified and just straightforward and everything is in its home, because everything in this cabinet does have a home and a place to be. Okay, these are gonna be a little bit harder for me to declutter because I paid money for them pretty recently. They're like fruit produce bins that go in your fridge to keep your produce longer. And I bought this with a fridge organization video in mind, but they just didn't work out. And so I need to stop holding on to them and seeing them whenever I'm in this laundry room and just let them go. I might try to sell them. I'll ask Christian if he wants to bother with selling them because I would much rather just get it out of the house. So I'll see what he thinks if they're worth trying to sell because they're not cheap. But they're just not practical for us. Like, they're not dishwasher safe, and I'm not hand washing these every single week we get new produce in. So these are gonna go somewhere else, and the top shelf, nice and clear again. Sees a lot of dirt and a lot of gross things. We keep Bucky's outdoor toys over here. Christian washes golf clubs in this, and I probably should stop leaving my paint brushes in here to dry because now we have paint stuck on here. But I went in with Barkeeper's Friend, and then also I followed up with bleach, and trust me, I washed and rinsed thoroughly so I was not mixing chemicals. But I think it's just stained a little bit. This is as good as it's gonna get, and oh well. At least it's better. It's a lot better than it was before. And this little guy, I'm gonna just put in the trash because it was time to replace him anyway. And then this is our kitchen scrubber. So this will get replaced over here. But this is a lot more clean and orderly. I think the biggest difference here is just cleaning this space because it's actually just like mud and dirt that gathers in here. But also in here is really stuffed. We keep a mini trash can here for the lint, so that needs to be emptied. I have reusable bags in the back. And then I have two things full of plastic bags. Honestly, we don't go through them that often, and I think I'd rather use this little over the door thing. It's meant for plastic bags, but Christian cleans his golf stuff over here with like a toothbrush and a sponge, so I think I want to just put that in the organization we already have in here. So I think this I'm going to pare down a little bit, just kind of recycle the bags, and I think it's pretty good in here besides that. So let's get this reorganized and reworked. I'm going to save this closet for another day, but I am gonna go through and declutter my purse, which is desperately in need of a good clean out. Basically, a bunch of trash just came out of my purse, which feels so good, and now I can actually find things. And one thing that I definitely needed to find, I thought I got rid of this. I have a return to make at IKEA. We bought some shelves to put in our new storage unit up front. These shelves to be exact, but I actually am not gonna use them, so I'd rather get some money back. But I thought I lost the receipt. It was in the depths of my purse. So I'm gonna pull these aside. This is a return, and we have some money going back into our bank account now. And while I'm over here, I'm gonna tackle this little pile. We actually have everything off the top of the dining table. Oh, that is very, very bright. Okay, that's better. We actually had everything off the top of the dining table because I had little round chasers and a runner, and it was like leaving sunspots on this table. So to preserve it, I took them all down, but I'm just tired of having them sit in the corner here. So I think I'm gonna rearrange this. I don't know if I'm gonna declutter any of this. We'll see. I probably can pull one or two things out. Actually, how many of these do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I keep these? Do I not keep these? Very torn. Moving into the kitchen, something that I've been toying with the idea of recently, but it seems a little crazy, and I don't know if Christian will like it. I don't think he's gonna notice. But I am thinking of completely simplifying our countertops. Well, not completely, but here is our countertops. Nothing too crazy really on them. I mean, I guess 2 coffee makers and a tea maker might be a little bit excessive, but over here it just started to feel a little bit crowded, and I kind of really want to get rid of the fruit bowl. Like, I can just keep these apples in the fridge, and then also eliminate the knife block. Like, I love the knife block, but we don't use all of these knives out here, and I just love the idea of making this very simple and just visually less cluttered. So I think I'm gonna do it, and then we'll see what Christian says. I'm not fully decided on if I like the crock to go on the left or the right side. I will figure that out eventually, and honestly, it might all end up in a cabinet if I can organize this a little bit better. I eventually want to like buy some better organization systems. You guys could see that like this little grip thingy was super flimsy in there, so I would love to replace that with something better quality, but not high on my priority list right now. I'm also not quite sure how exactly to donate these. I feel a little sketch just like putting this in the bag and just having somebody reach into it. I feel like that's really not safe, so I'm gonna think about how to best donate that. But Mr. Knife Block, you have been good to us. You are a beautiful wedding present, but look at all my counter space. Also, if you can ignore the mess, actually, you can't even see the mess in the kitchen. I needed to do dishes, but just put these over there. Say hi to my little Halloween ghost mug. One area I've been itching to declutter is this mug cabinet, because this bottom row has a ton of mugs that we have not been using recently. So I have been notorious in the past for being awful at dishes, and I don't want to say anything too soon, but I have done a very good job of running the dishwasher every night, emptying it every morning while the coffee is brewing, and I feel like I have my life together because my kitchen is clean. And because we're doing dishes every day, I don't need to have 40 mugs like I used to. So I kind of hate having to shuffle and squeeze all of these in here. So I'm gonna go through, declutter a handful. The only thing I will say is it's probably still gonna look a little bit full because I have lots of Halloween mugs, like this little ghost guy, and not getting rid of those. They bring me so much joy. I have Christmas mugs that'll come out in the Christmas season, but 3 or 4 mugs are definitely staying in this cabinet because they're Halloween mugs and they're gonna be put away pretty soon anyway. Since I've already cleared off so much space in this kitchen, I'm gonna just do the dishes really fast and then wipe everything down and give you a good after tour of what the kitchen looks like, very simplified. Now I might have to play around and move some things around. I feel like it's like appliance heavy in this corner because now the only thing over here really is the stand mixer and the toaster, and I would love to hide this toaster. It is not my ideal toaster, but we use it so often, it does not make sense for us to put it in a cabinet and take it out every single time. So I feel very good about clearing this space up. I don't know what it is, but just like the visual clutter has started to bother me more and more. And I think it's easier for messes to stack up on these flat surfaces when there's already things there. Like over here, I have no problem piling a bunch of stuff that I could easily put away just because there's already stuff here. So I think clearing spaces, visual clutter being put away and into drawers where everything still has a home is gonna be a lot better for keeping the kitchen clean. And here is everything we are donating. Bucky is blocking the trash bag, but the trash bag is also pretty full, as you can see, but these guys are gonna join some bags that are actually sitting out in the garage right now. We'll make a good Goodwill run. That was a lot of goods, but we'll make a run to go drop all of this off to get it out of my house, which is always the hardest part. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like this video. I would love to have you join our little crew. We are really motivating and encouraging one another to always be decluttering, simplifying, cleaning, trying to manage our spaces, because honestly our homes are crazy places that can really get away from us when we're not putting the effort into like maintaining it. But that's gonna be it for this decluttering video. Like I said, subscribe, join our little crew. I'd love to have you all. If you're new here, introduce yourself down below in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.